This compilation is a wild ride through the world of heavy equipment fails. From collapsing bridges to exploding tires, you're about to witness the wildest, most jaw-dropping moments in the world of trucks. Let's get into it. A giant timber-loaded truck tries to cross a fragile wooden bridge. The driver's moving slowly, trying to be careful, but it's just too much. The weight overwhelms the structure, and suddenly, the entire bridge gives way. The bridge snaps, taking the overloaded beast straight down with it. While inflating a giant truck tire, this guy casually roams way too close. Seconds later, the tire explodes with the fury of a cannon. Miraculously, he escapes unharmed. It could have ended very differently, but luck had other plans today. This truck is struggling uphill, dragging a massive object behind it. The load is so heavy that the front of the truck lifts clean off the ground. The driver tries to hold it together. The driver tries to hold it together, wheels spinning mid-air. Simple bump turns into a major breakdown. Rolling over a pothole-filled road with a heavy load isn't ideal. This clip proves why. The back-heavy truck starts to lose balance. And despite the driver's effort, it tips and crashes down hard. One crane is unloading dirt into a truck parked near a pit. Another truck pulls up alongside, unaware of how weak the ground is. In seconds, the earth gives way and the truck collapses into the pit. A worker stands frighteningly close, but thankfully avoids serious injury. On a slippery downhill dirt road, a loaded truck takes a sharp U-turn. The weight's too much, with no grip and zero room for correction. It tips over, crashing sideways into the slope. This overloaded truck is making a U-turn with stacks of timber piled high. The driver senses it's going sideways, and sure enough, the weight pulls it over. Timber spills everywhere, one bad angle, and everything goes south in seconds. calm scene on the road turns into instant chaos. A pickup swings out abruptly, cutting too close to a timber-loaded truck. The sudden disruption makes the bigger truck lose balance and tip right over. One reckless move and the damage is done. While trying to maneuver a tight U-turn with a loaded container, the driver struggles. The turn gets tighter, the balance shifts, and down it goes. Another massive rig downed by miscalculated movement. A crane is pulling an overloaded truck across a skinny wooden bridge. The bridge creaks under the weight and the truck sways dangerously. Then the balance tips, the truck flips, and the whole plan comes crashing down. If you're enjoying these insane truck fails and jaw-dropping moments, make sure to smash that like button. It helps more people discover this madness. A massive truck is unloading cargo using its hydraulic lift, but the driver misjudges just how much weight is in the back. As the load shifts, the entire truck tips over with a heavy thud. One wrong calculation, and gravity takes over the wreck. This truck is inching across a railway track, slowly attempting a U-turn, but the driver doesn't realize what's coming. A train barrels in and slams into the truck's rear with brutal force. Metal bends, parts scatter, and that split second changes everything. A delivery truck is parked, seemingly secure, until its brakes give out. It starts moving forward on its own. The driver rushes to stop it, but it's too late. The truck rolls straight into a parked car, crushing the front end like paper. With the container still raised on its hydraulic lift, this truck cruises down the road. The driver forgets about the height. As it passes under a bridge, the raised container smashes into it hard. One careless oversight, one massive hit. In Germany, a fuel tanker is stalled on train track. Out of nowhere, a train slams into it, triggering a massive fireball. The locomotive is destroyed, the truck obliterated, and the train line takes serious damage. The conductor gets away with minor injuries. A sight truck is dumping a load of soil when the rear end starts to ride. The driver didn't account for how much pressure was building in the back. Suddenly, the whole truck tips backward. It is just a hard lesson in weight distribution. A giant crane and a truck try to pass each other in a narrow spot. As the truck edges forward, the crane's arm catches it, dragging it to the side and knocking it over. One tight squeeze, and the road turns into a wreck site. It's nighttime, the road's dark, and the vehicle up front has its low beams on. The driver can't see what's ahead. Then suddenly a car comes out of nowhere, and the truck plows right into it. Poor visibility and a lack of caution make for a painful hit. One truck is trying to make a U-turn while another comes from the opposite direction. The second driver hits the brakes, but there's no stopping in time. The two trucks collide, metal crunching as they scrape past each other. A classic case of poor timing on a tight road. Too many parked trucks on the roadside, this driver attempts a risky overtake. But the path is too narrow and the truck is too loaded. As it squeezes past, the balance shifts, then gives out completely. The truck tips over, wrecking the entire overtaking attempt. Truck's rolling down the road with two cars ahead of it, but for some reason the driver doesn't see them or react in time. The truck plows into the rear car, shoving it straight into a light pole. This truck is unloading massive stones at a site, but most of the weight's stacked at the back. As they start to shift, the front wheels lift off the ground. The truck's nose goes sky high like it's trying to pull a front flip. Nothing lands well when weight is this off balance. Right on the edge of a muddy slope, a loaded truck is dumping soil. But the ground underneath can't take the weight. It gives way, and the whole truck tips into the water. Slow motion sink that ends in a full flip and a soaked rig. Everything seems normal until the rear tire flies right off a moving truck. It rolls away like it has somewhere to be and ends up slamming into a nearby crane. Thankfully, the driver notices and stops the truck before things spiral any further. The dash cam captures it all. Everything's calm on the road when a massive truck suddenly enters the frame and flips over violently. No warning. Just a brutal, shocking crash. It looks devastating. Hopefully everyone involved made it out safely. From a front-facing dash cam, we see one truck trying to make a tight move on the road. But there's another truck coming from the opposite side. There's no room for both. The driver miscalculates, and the two trucks slam into each other head-on. On highway in Toronto, a fuel tanker loses control. And veers off course in the worst way possible. What follows is an enormous fireball erupting across the highway. The explosion leaves wreckage, flames, and a scene no one's forgetting anytime soon. A truck loaded with timber rolls beneath a bridge, but the stack is too high. The log smacks into the bridge and tumbles down toward the road behind. The driver behind the camera spots it just in time and swerves out of danger. A large truck is taking a wide U-turn with another one parked nearby. But as it turns, the rear end swings out and clips the parked truck's front. Despite frantic honking, the driver keeps going, totally unaware of the mess he's making in his blind spot. Two trucks are making their way down a narrow, hilly road in a mountainous area. The first one crosses smoothly without any trouble. The second starts descending but loses balance midway. It swerves off track and nearly topples. The driver manages to wrestle back control just in time, preventing a serious crash by inches. If you enjoyed these insane fails, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you never miss out on more jaw-dropping moments.